Hi here, I'm Ralph from NoizeBusters. Today I have a new series coming up from this thing, which is the Torso T1. And I just in the first video kind of try to explain what it can do and how flexible it is. And then in later videos I will show a bit more in-depth stuff and maybe even create a whole track out of it. So what's the T1? The T1 is like an algorithmic sequencer. They can create rhythms and melodies and all this kind of stuff. And you can change it on the fly and then jump back to a sequence you already saved. And it's specially made for performance, but big fun in the studio as well to create really interesting rhythms and melodies fast. So you have 16 buttons for the sequencing, which you can have in total about 64 steps, I believe. And then in total you have banks and patterns, and you have 256 patterns. So on the T1 you have kind of 4 sections where you can manipulate the sound sequences. And this section is for shaping the melodies. These 4 are for the grooves. These 2 are for the tonal, like the pitch, scale, and root note. And then you have a setup where you can change the channels and the tempo and can introduce some randomness. Um, it is very, very flexible, this thing. I can, I'm just learning it now. So if it's in the orange, you can change the notes and make the sequences, but you can also switch it to the cyan color one, which means you can send out control messages, or you have the pink one, which acts like an effects track, which means if you send MIDI notes into this machine, you can manipulate the whole thing. So you see, it's very, very flexible and unbelievable fast to work with. Also, the connectivity of the T1 is absolutely insane. You have MIDI in, MIDI out, MIDI through, and the through you can change into a second MIDI out. You have, let's see, I can change it here. You have CV and gate outputs. You have an input here as well, where you can send stuff from your Eurorack into this one and manipulate it into melodies or whatever you want to do with. And you have a sync option here, analog one. Plus, you have the USB, which then you can control, for example, VSTs in your DAW, or you can use Ableton Link as well, which is built in. It can also create its own network. And then you can use that with Ableton Link with your iPad or with your DAW. It's endless. This thing is absolutely wicked. And it is one of the best things I saw for a long time on the music market. And I think it will get my central of, producing stuff with hardware and also VSTs and all kinds of stuff. It's really hard to tell you all of the details, what it can do already. But we go through it step by step. It's just like an introduction video now. And stay tuned for some really cool sequences which comes out of this thing. Absolutely recommended. I'm absolutely in love with that machine already. Thanks to Torso that you sent me one of your units for testing out. It's already an incredible experience. So if you have any questions about it, by the way, just leave a comment or just write me personally, and I will try to answer any question you have. Thanks and bye.